Round 4. So this is a very different kind of fear. So I'm going to ask you to tackle the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: hunger, war, sickness, and death. So the pandemic. Millions lost their jobs, lost their homes, faced eviction, had no income. Almost 5.9 million people died. Places like Syria, Sudan, Afghanistan have been living at war for years, right? Those are very real fears. So not constructions, not figments of our imagination. So what advice do you offer to those who face the 4 horsemen? So what kind of healing mechanisms, or at least hope, can you offer?
Well, again, I'm going to go after language because that's important to my work. And when I hear someone say, as you did, just on the spot, that's real, that's not constructions. So already there is a binary of that's real and that's not. And I would not agree fundamentally that that's probably the best way to understand reality. They're both real and they are also constructions, because just the response that we have to, quote, those real experiences is already built into a culture of fear construction. In other words, we will interpret, we'll pay attention to signals in a certain way, we interpret them in a certain way, so we're constructing the experience. So nothing is a raw experience that is not part of a construction of a whole set of mental, cognitive, philosophical, value-based, worldview-based interpretations. So that's one. So they're real and they're constructed. So the good part about knowing that they're constructed and keeping that in mind and understanding what construction means, that's how you, as an agent of a real raw experience, can then reconstruct. And that's the whole idea of reframing the meaning of it, doing the healing instead of just getting caught in the panic and coping and survival, primal, reptilian brain responses. See, that's the reconstruction. We have this huge forebrain that can go, oh, okay, I'm not going to necessarily follow everybody on this. Oh, that seems to be, yeah, it's scary not to follow when you're a social creature. Holy, do you ever have to be empowered in your agential sense of, no, I'm going to think myself in this, and I'm going to sort out who are the good people around me that I trust and want to, I'm not just going to follow, right, the panic crowd. And so we don't have to be the crowd animal. That's the beauty of being a human being. So if you want to call that the hopeful part, it is. We have an amazing capacity of defense intelligence system built into us that is not just ringing on following a bell of alarm signals. And that there's so much evidence of that, of great peoples of all kinds and ordinary peoples at times that do not just follow the alarm signal in the conformist social gathering. They make agential decisions for self-intelligent response, rational, if you want to call it, on hope. And it always comes up in every talk I pretty much do. I do not offer hope. And Foros is the same thing. And he says the indigenous traditional worldview does not offer hope. They don't play in the fear-hope game. That's the whole idea of understanding fearlessness. Part of it is to unhook from the fear-hope game. That's the fear, so what's the hope? It puts us into control by other people who sell hope. We have a huge world, goes back to a lot of the religions, et cetera, not the worst side of them. There's a good side to them, that have sold us the fear-hope, pill. And it's deadly. It's so unreliable, mainly because these people that sell that have no other idea. They just want to profit from the power of using fear and hope to control. And watch the film The Matrix, and the latest 4th Matrix come out, and you'll see how control works, and you can see how we can respond agentially and build communities of a greater defense intelligence.